Everyone around me had an exit plan. Me, I drew my future on the back of my hand. No compass, no directions, just a burning need to plant myself somewhere and finally seed. Skip the party, stay behind to work the night. Bet on something no one else could see was right. They left and called it naive, called it blind. I called it knowing something they could never find. My horizon kept on moving every time I blinked. I kept on chasing what they thought was on the brink. You could see the edge, but now it lives beyond. That's the part that kept me pushing, kept me strong. Every limit placed in front of me was fake. Every wall was just a challenge for my sake. I've been reading maps of places I've not been imagining. The futures I have yet to see. The ones who never crossed the line they drew. Never got to see the views I'm seeing too. Beyond the edges where the magic starts. That's where I've been living in my heart. Push past the line they drew around your life. Past every doubt, past every wall of strife. The horizon moves, but so do you. There's always something more and something new. And something new. Beyond the horizon is where I belong. Past every battle, past every wrong. I've been running toward the edge of light, chasing every dream through every night. Beyond the horizon there's a version of me who never stopped believing I'll be free. So I keep running till the sunrise breaks. Beyond the horizon is everything it takes. Beyond the horizon is where I belong. Past every battle, past every wrong. I've been running toward the edge of light, chasing every dream through every night. Beyond the horizon there's a version of me who never stopped believing I'd be free. So I keep running till the sunrise breaks. Beyond the horizon is everything it takes. Keep running, keep running. The light is just ahead. Keep running, keep running. Every word I said. Beyond the horizon is where I belong. Past every battle, past every wrong. I've been running toward the edge of light, chasing every dream through every night. Beyond the horizon there's a version of me who never stopped believing I'd be free. So I keep running till the sunrise breaks. Beyond the horizon is everything it takes. Don't stop here when you can't see what's there. Just beyond the edge where few was there. I've been told 100 times to slow it down, but I only know how to go until I found the other side of every wall that held me down. Beyond the horizon, it's calling. Beyond the horizon, I'm falling into everything I was made to be. You handed me a world that didn't fit my size. Too small for all my dreams and too big for my eyes. I wore the weight of someone else's expectations. Carried all the blueprints for my own foundations. 14, quiet kid in the back of the room. Didn't know my silence was my only costume. Got my wings to fit a cage I never chose. Now I'm letting every clip feather decompose. What they called a flaw became the fuel I needed. Every scar I hit became the path I seeded. Ask me how I made it and I'll tell you this. Every fall I took became the path I'd miss. Without the dark I wouldn't know the shape of light. Without the storm I never learned to hold on tight. I rebuilt myself with borrowed tools and will. Climbed the mountain barefoot to the highest hill. They said birds with broken wings don't leave the ground, but I found my wings were strong. It's where they found the cracks, the splits, the places worn and thin. That's where all my light comes pouring in. Tell me I can make it, go ahead and try. Every wall you build becomes the reason why. I keep pushing, keep climbing, keep moving on. They can break what's already chosen to be strong. Broken wings still fly, broken wings still fly. Higher than you ever thought I'd try. Every crack became a place for light. Broken wings still rule the night. I was grounded but I found my sky. Turned my lowest point into my high. You can't cage your soul, just learn to fight. Broken wings still fly tonight. Broken wings still fly, broken wings still fly. Higher than you ever thought I'd try. Every crack became a place for light. Broken wings still rule the night. I was grounded but I found my sky. Turned wings still fly, broken wings still fly, higher than you ever thought I'd try. Every crack became a place for light. Broken wings still rule the night. I was ground down, found my sky, turned my lowest point into my high. You can't cage us, so let's learn to fight. Broken wings still fly tonight. I don't need perfect wings to reach the top. Every scar I carry tells me not to stop. Let them laugh, let them doubt, let them walk away. My broken wings will carry me another day. And when I land exactly where I say. Still fly. My dad called him foolish, called him fireflies, little burning specks against the endless skies. But I lay on rooftops as the city slept, counting every promise that my younger self had kept. 16 years of fitting into someone's mold, 16 years of stories left untold. Then one night the stars aligned in my direction, every dot connected to my own reflection. I saw a shape up there that looked like me, a constellation only I could see. Yeah. Science says the light we see has traveled years. Some of those stars are gone but still appears. And I think about the kids who'll see my light long after I have finished up this fight. Chasing constellations means you're chasing proof that everything you felt beneath the midnight roof was real and worth the cold and worth the wait, was real enough to make the darkness dissipate. Connect the dots of every night you cried, connect them till you see the shape inside. Look up when everything around you falls to ground, your constellation's always there to be found. You drew those stars yourself across the night. Keep chasing till your darkness turns to light. I'm chasing constellations in the dark, drawing lines between each scar and spark. Every star I follow has my name. Every night I reach the sky became a map of who I'm growing up to be. Chasing constellations, chasing me. And when I find a pattern in the night, I'll know that I was always meant for life. Chasing constellations in the dark, drawing lines between each scar and spark. Every star I follow has my name. Every night I reach the sky became a map of who I'm growing up to be. Chasing constellations, chasing me. And when I find a pattern in the night, I'll know that I was always meant for life. Star by star, line by line, every constellation's mine. Star by star, line by line, I was always the design. I'm chasing constellations in the dark, drawing lines between each scar and spark. Every star I follow has my name. Every night I reach the sky became a map of who I'm growing up to be. Chasing constellations, chasing me. And when I find a pattern in the night, I'll know that I was always meant for life. If you feel invisible, look up tonight. Your light has been traveling, it's almost inside. Every dream you planted in the dark of your room has already been written in the stars and the moon. You were always your own most beautiful constellation. Chase them, chase them, chase them, chase them, chase them, chase them. Keep reaching, keep learning. Chase them, chase them, chase them, chase them. Keep reaching, keep learning. Yeah. hands that duck through dust can hold a diamond. Same eyes that face the dark can find a brighten. Same voice that cried alone at 3 a.m. is the voice that fills a room and back again. I've been the dust and I have been the diamond. I've been the lost and I've been what you find in the space between the giving up and growing, the space between the not yet and the knowing. Everything I was became the thing I am. Dust and diamonds, that was always the plan. Pressure makes a diamond out of carbon black. Time and weight and heat and no way back. I felt the pressure in the years of grind. Felt the weight of every door I couldn't find. Open, felt the heat of every judgment made. Felt the slow erosion in, I wasn't afraid, because I knew that something on the other side was worth the years of pressure and the fractured pride. You don't just find a diamond in the ground, you become one through the pressure all around. I was dust before I learned to shine. I was cold before the diamond life was mine. Everything I went through made me this. Dust and diamonds, nothing's hit or miss. Dust and diamonds, that's what I'm made of. Dust and diamonds, everything I'm afraid of made me stronger, made me shine. Dust and diamonds, perfectly designed. I was nothing and I'm everything tonight. Dust and diamonds in the same light. Every low became the reason for the high. Dust and diamonds, watch me touch the sky. Touch me. Touch the sky. Touch me. Touch the sky. Touch me. Touch the sky. Dust and diamonds, that's what I'm made of. Dust and diamonds, everything I'm afraid of made me stronger, made me shine. Dust and diamonds, perfectly designed. I was nothing and I'm everything tonight. Dust and diamonds in the same light. Every low became the reason for the high. Dust and diamonds, watch me touch the sky. Dust and diamonds, mine to keep. Dust and diamonds, nothing cheap. Dust and diamonds, earn the real. Dust and diamonds, this is how I feel. Dust and diamonds, that's what I'm made of. Dust and diamonds, everything I'm afraid of made me stronger, made me shine. Dust and diamonds, perfectly designed. I was nothing and I'm everything tonight. Dust and diamonds in the same light. Every low became the reason for the high. Dust and diamonds, watch me touch this. If you're still in the dust, don't lose the faith. Every diamond started in the same place. The pressure is the process, not the end. Every breaking point is where you start to blend into the version of yourself around the bend. Dust and diamonds, both of mine. Dust and diamonds, by design. Dust and diamonds, now I shine. Dust and diamonds, finally fine. They said I was too young to dream this big, too smart to fill the shoes I tried to dig. I wore the dice like armor for a while, then burned it down and walked the extra mile. Fearless is an absence of the fear that's looking at the thing you dread of moving near. I've been afraid 1,000 different ways, been afraid of wasting all my days. But every time I chose to take this step, fear became the smallest thing I kept. I know a kid who had every door closed in his face, told he didn't have the look, didn't have the grace. Spent 1,000 nights rehearsing in the code, turned every rejection into something bold. Every not quite right became a reason why. Every try then became a battle cry. The world respects the ones who just refuse, the ones who turn to every loss to use. Fearless isn't gifted, fearless is a choice. Fearless is the more than you decide to use your voice. I didn't come this far to stop right here. I didn't face that dark to stop right here. My heart was built for more than playing safe. My fearless heart was made to take the wave. Fearless heart, I'll wear you like a crown. Fearless heart, you never let me drown. Every time they push me to the floor, my fearless heart just wanted more. Through the fire, through the rain, fearless heart that knows no shame. Everything I am is what I chose. My fearless heart is how the story goes. Fearless heart, I'll wear you like a crown. Fearless heart, you never let me drown. Every time they push me to the floor, my fearless heart just wanted more. Through the fire, through the rain, fearless heart that knows no shame. Every before you leap. Fear is just the promise that the reward is deep. I've been afraid of everything and still I ran. I've been afraid of nothing that I couldn't stand. The fearless heart was always in my place. Fearless heart, still beating. Fearless heart, still leading. Fearless heart, still mine. Fearless heart, I wear you like a crown. Fearless heart, you never let me drown. Every time they push me to the floor, through the fire and through the rain. Fearless heart, still beating. Fearless heart, still leading. Fearless heart, still mine. Fearless heart. They gave me walls and I turned them into doors. They gave me ceilings and I pulled them to the floors. Every limitation was a canvas for my art. Every you can was a spark inside my heart. I've been everything they said I couldn't be. I ran every version meant to slow down me. Didn't need a map because I drew my own. Didn't need a crowd because I found my home. Inside the space between the doubt and the dream is everything I am and everything I mean. 23 years in and I'm just getting started. Every dream I've chased has left me open-hearted. I don't count the losses, I just count the reps. I don't count the failures, I just count the steps. Forward is the only direction that I know. Upward is the only way I let myself go. And if I reach a ceiling, I will build a door. And if I reach the end, I'll always find there's more. Because the thing about potential is it has no cap. Infinite the journey and infinite the map. There is no ceiling high enough for me. There is no wall that stops what I can be. Infinite the roads that I will take. Infinite the future I will make. I am infinite, I can't be contained. I am infinite, I can't be explained. Every wall they build just made me climb. Every end became a new beginning time. I am infinite, there is no stop. I am infinite, I'm always at the top of who I'm becoming every single day. I am infinite, and I'm here to stay. I am infinite, I am infinite, I can't be contained. I am infinite, I can't be explained. Every wall they built just made me climb. Every end became a new beginning time. I am infinite, there is no stop. I am infinite, I'm always at the top of who I'm becoming every single day. I am infinite, and I'm here to stay. Infinite, no end in sight. Infinite, infinite, born for this fight. I am infinite, I can't be contained. I am infinite, I can't be explained. Every wall they built just made me climb. Every end became a new beginning time. I am infinite, there is no stop. I am infinite, I'm always at the top of who I'm becoming every single day. I am infinite, and I'm here to stay. If they tell you that you reached your peak, tell them every peak reveals the next to seek. If they tell you that there's nothing left to find, tell them infinite's the only thing on my mind. We were built without a ceiling or a line. Infinite, the journey. Infinite, the learning. Infinite, the burning. Infinite, I'm turning. I've known the kind of dark that swallows whole, the kind that makes you question every goal. I've sat with silence in a room of doubt, wondered if there'd ever be a way back out. But somehow every morning found its way through the smallest crack, a little bit a day. Not the blinding kind, but just enough to see the outline of the person I could be. I held that light inside my chest, oh yeah, and let it guide me every time the dark got near. You won't always feel the turning of the tide. Sometimes all you have is what you hold inside. That tiny spark that refuses to go out. That's the truest thing you'll ever be about. I met people who had every reason to give in, who chose the hard chose to win. Not because the world got easy overnight, but because they chose to fight for their own life. The dark will come again, that much is true, but so will every morning coming through. Hold on through the dark when you can't see the road. Hold on through the weight of every heavy load. Light is always someone waiting for your name. You and every morning are exactly the same. There is light after dark, there is light after dark. Every wound you carry leaves a mark, but marks become the map that guides you through. There is light after dark and it's coming for you. Hold on through the night and you will find everything you lost was just behind. Every dark was followed by a dawn. There is light after dark and you belong. There is light after dark, there is light after dark. Every wound you carry leaves a mark, but marks become the map that guides you through. There is light after dark and it's coming for you. Hold on through the night and you will find everything you lost was just behind. Every dark was followed by a dawn. There is light after dark. Can you belong? After dark, dark. After dark, dark. Find your spark, spark. Find your spark. After dark, dark. You're not alone. You're coming home. You're coming home. There is light after dark. There is light after dark. Every wound you carry leaves a mark, but marks become the map that guides you through. There is light after dark and it's coming for you. Hold on through the night and you will find everything you lost was just behind. Every dark was followed by a dawn. There is light after dark. Can you belong? If tonight you're in the deepest kind of night, if you've almost lost the will to find the light, know that every star you see was dark before. Know that every open sky was once a door, and every door you walk through leads to more. Light after dark, I promise. You've got this. It's coming. Keep running. I promise. You've got this. It's coming. Keep running. Hey. Hey. Yeah, the world is loud and everyone is talking. Every screen is selling you a path worth walking, but underneath the algorithm and the trend is the quiet version of yourself you need to tend. I've been swallowed by the noise 100 times. Lost my own voice trying to match everyone's rhymes. Chased the validation of a stranger's click. Forgot the feeling that was making me tick. Then one day I unplugged from the whole machine. Heard myself the loudest I had ever been. Yeah. There's a voice inside that doesn't need a stage, doesn't need the followers or the trending pages. Speaks the truth that all the noise is covering, and knows the path you're meant to be discovering. I've been louder in the spaces no one sees. I've been truest in the cold November breeze. Talking to myself about the things that matter. Rising above every digital chatter. Your real voice was never in the feed. Your real voice is all you'll ever need. Turn it down and listen to the sound of the voice inside that's always been around. Louder than the noise is who you really are. Louder than the noise is every very star. Louder than the noise, that's where I live. Louder than the noise is everything I give. When the world is screaming, I go deep inside. Louder than the noise is where I reside. I don't need the trending to feel real. I don't need the noise to know how I feel. Louder than the noise is my own voice. Louder than the noise, and that's my choice. Louder than the noise, that's where I live. Louder than the noise is everything I give. When the world is screaming, I go deep inside. Louder than the noise is where I reside. I don't need the trending to feel real. I don't need the numbers to know how I feel. Louder than the noise is my own voice. Louder than the noise, and that's my choice. My voice, my choice. My voice above the noise. My voice, my choice. I am my own poise. Louder than the noise, that's where I live. Louder than the noise is everything I give. When the world is screaming, I go deep inside. Louder than the noise is where I reside. I don't need the trending to feel real. is louder than them all. Louder than the noise. I'm here. Hey. Louder than the noise. I'm here. Hey. Louder than the noise. Louder than the noise I feel. It's 3 a.m. and everyone's asleep. I'm holding on to promises too heavy to keep. Made a deal with future me to never quit. Wrote it in the dark when no one else could sit. These walls know every verse I've ever cried. Every secret dream I keep locked inside. My hands are shaking but my mind is clear. Everything I want is getting close and near. I promised her the day would come when night arrived. I promised him the kid he raised would more than just survive. Some nights the doubt comes dressed like common sense. Says lay it down, the price is too intense. But then I hear that voice inside my chest, the one that never settled for the rest. It says remember why you started in the cold. Remember every story you were burning to be told. I don't need the world to understand my drive. I just need this fire to keep me alive. Every minute promise is a seed I sow. Every seed I plant is something only I can grow. At midnight I make promises I intend to keep, while the rest of the world was falling fast asleep. I chose the harder road because it felt more mine. At midnight I drew every boundary line. This is my midnight promise, I won't let it go. Every word I whispered in the dark will grow. I made a deal with dawn when no one else was there. Midnight promise written in the cold night. I'll see it in the morning when the light comes through. Every midnight promise that I made is true. And even in the dark when hope felt thin, my midnight promise always pulled me in. This is my midnight promise, I won't let it go. Every word I whispered in the dark will grow. I made a deal with dawn when no one else was there. Midnight promise written in the cold night. I'll see it in the morning when the light comes through. Every midnight promise that I made is true. And even in the dark when hope felt thin, my midnight promise always pulled me in. Hold on, dawn is almost here. Hold on, the light is getting near. This is my midnight promise, I won't let it go. Every word I whispered in the dark will grow. I made a deal with dawn when no one else was there. Midnight promise written in the cold night. I'll see it in the morning when the light comes through. Every midnight promise that I made is true. And even in the dark when hope felt thin, my midnight promise always pulled me in. If you're in this at 3 a.m. alone, know that every dream you have will find its home. The night is long, but it was made to end. The promise that you made yourself will win. Hold on until the midnight turns to something thin. Midnight promise, I kept it. Every word I meant it. Midnight promise, my own. This was mine all along. I've been standing at the edge of giving up, running on a tank that isn't quite enough. Every step feels heavier than the one before. Every time I think I'm close, I find more floor. But I remember why I started in the cold. Remember every promise that I ever told. Remember faces counting on me not to fall. Remember voices echoing across the hall. One more step is all I ever had to give. One more step is how I learned to live. Progress isn't pretty and it isn't clean. It's the unseen miles between the start and dream. It's the Tuesday nights when no one's watching you. It's the 100th draft, the version that came through. Nobody counts the hours in the dark alone. Nobody claps for seeds before they've grown. But every unseen step was building something real. Every overlooked attempt became the deal. The ones who made it didn't have more luck. They just took one more step when they were stuck. When the finish line looks further than it was, when you can't remember what you're doing, this because take one more step, just one more step. You're closer than you think, don't stop, yeah. One more step when you can't take another. One more step for every sister, every brother. One more step into the unknown night. One more step is how we find the light. Don't you stop when everything is heavy. Don't you stop, your hands were made and ready. One more step, it's all it's ever been. One more step and watch where you have been. One more step when you can't take another. One more step for every sister, every brother. One more step to the unknown night. One more step is how we find the light. Don't you stop when everything is heavy. Don't you stop, your hands were made and ready. One more step, it's all it's ever been. One more step and watch where you have been. Hey! Step by step, inch by inch. Every mountain, every inch. Step by step, don't you flinch. You were built for every inch. One more step when you can't take another. One more step for every sister, every brother. One more step to the unknown night. One more step is how we find the light. Don't you stop when everything is heavy. Don't you stop, your hands are made and ready. One more step, it's all it's ever been. One more step and watch where you have been. I know your feet are bleeding from the road. I know your back is breaking from the low. But look at every step that you have made. Look at every hill, you never were afraid. One more step, you've always been this brave. One more step, one more step, I promise. One more step, you've got this. One more step, we made it. One more step, one more step, one more step, one more step, one more step. Look me in the eye and tell me what you see. Every line on my face is a chapter set free. I didn't choose the battles, but I chose to stand. Every scar on my body is a story in my hand. 19 years of fighting just to find my ground. 19 years of silence till I found my sound. They said hide your damage, cover up your past. I said every crack I have is meant to last. These aren't wounds, these are medals on my skin. Maps of every place I've been. You want pretty stories with a clean cut end. Mine got rough edges and places that won't mend. But I don't need your pity or your sorry looks. I've been writing my own pages in my own books. See the scar above my brow from the fallen night. See the scar across my pride from the year I cried. Every mark I carry is a date and time. Every one of them is wholly mine. Pain was just a sculptor on the art. Every scar a heartbeat from the start. Don't tell me to cover what I lived and learned. Every scar I carry is a bed I've earned. These are not my failures, these are not my shame. These are proof I stood back up and played the game. These are the scars we wear with pride. Everything we fought to stay alive. Every mark is proof we didn't quit. Every wound is where the light gets in. We are not defined by where we fail. We are every story we survive to tell. When I'm not aware, I'm unafraid. These are the scars on the show how we were made. These are the scars we wear with pride. These are the scars we wear with pride. These are the scars we wear. These are the scars that show we're made. These are the scars we wear with pride. Everything we fought to stay alive. Every mark is proof we didn't quit. Every wound is where the light gets in. We are not defined by where we fell. We are every story we survive and tell. Wear them loud and wear them unafraid. These are the scars that show how we were made. These are the scars. 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 These are the scars we wear with pride. Everything we not alone. There is a season where the brave ones bloom, not in the safety of a well-lit room, but in the cold when everyone retreats. That's when I find my rhythm in the streets. Autumn was my metaphor for a change. Everything I was felt, rearranged. The leaves that fell were habits I had grown. The bare branch left was where I truly shone my truest shade. Stripped down to the core, the season of the brave wants nothing more. I've met people who stay soft in a hard world, people who kept every dream unfurled, not despite the season but because of it. They use the cold to fuel their inner lit. There's a courage in the choosing to remain open to the possibility of pain, because it means you're choosing to be real, choosing to allow yourself to feel. Every season of your bravest self will turn into the summer where your candles burn. Brave enough to bloom in winter cold, brave enough to let your story be told. The season of the brave is every day you choose to love yourself enough to stay. This is the season of the brave. Every battle, every wave, we are choosing to remain, choosing sunlight after rain. This is the season of the strong. Every place we felt we don't belong became the place we built our home. Season where we're not alone. This is the season of the brave. Every battle, every wave, we are choosing to remain, choosing sunlight after strong. Every place we felt we don't belong became the place we built our home. Season where we're brave, we're not alone. We remain brave through every drop of rain. Every day, brave enough to find our way. This is the season of the brave. Every battle, every wave, we are choosing to remain, choosing sunlight after rain. This is the season of the strong. Every place we felt we don't belong became the place we built our home. Season of the brave, we're not alone. You don't have to be unafraid to be brave. You just have to walk into the thing that made you wanna turn and run the other way. The brave ones aren't the ones who never afraid. They're the ones who fray and choose to stay. Season of the brave, I'm here. Season of the brave, I'm clear. Season of the brave is mine. Season of the brave, I shine. A Japanese art called kintsugi fills the cracks with gold, turns a broken vessel into something bold. I think about it every time I feel undone, every time I feel the damage weighs a ton. I'm not less because I've fallen on the floor. I'm not less because I've been broken before. Every fracture is a place where I can grow. Every scar is gilded by the things I know. You can see right where I broke if you look close. And those are all the places I love most. People try so hard to show a seamless face, like suffering is something of a deep disgrace. But I've learned more from my cracks than from my shine. I built more from the breaks along the line. Every wall that came down taught me what was real. Every wound that opened taught me how to feel. I don't want the version of me that never fell. I want the version with 1,000 things to tell. Stronger in the places that were split and worn. Stronger for the nights I felt most torn. Gold fills every crack that broke me through. Every place I shattered made the light come through. I am not my damage, I'm the art. I'm the gold that runs through every broken part. Stronger in the cracks, stronger in the breaks, stronger for the beauty that the damage makes. Every broken line is filled with gold tonight. Every place I fell apart is full of light. I'm not ashamed of everything I've been through. I am kintsugi and I'm shining through. Stronger in the cracks, I'm made of gold. Stronger in the cracks, let the story be told. Stronger in the cracks, stronger in the breaks, stronger for the beauty that the damage makes. Every broken line is filled with gold tonight. Every place I fell apart is full of light. I'm not ashamed of everything I've been through. I am kintsugi and I'm shining through. Stronger in the cracks, I'm made of gold. Stronger in the cracks, let the story be told. Gold in the cracks, gold in the breaks, gold in everything the damage makes. Gold. Gold in the cracks, that's who I am. Gold in the cracks, always was the plan. Stronger in the cracks, stronger in the breaks. Stronger for the beauty that the damage makes. Every broken line is filled with gold tonight. Every place I fell apart is full of light. I'm not ashamed of everything I've been through. I am Kintsugi and I'm shining through. Stronger in the cracks, I'm made of gold. Stronger in the cracks, let the story be told. If you're holding all your pieces thinking you're destroyed, every single crack is something to be overjoyed. You are not less whole because you broke apart. You're the golden art made from a golden heart. Kintsugi, that's your story from the start. Stronger in the cracks, gold running back. Stronger in the cracks, that's the only fact. Nobody hands you the view from the top. Nobody tells you exactly when to stop and start. The mountain doesn't care about your name. The mountain treats the legend and the rookie the same. But I've been watching how the best ones move. They don't look down, they just stay in the groove. 1 foot in front without a guarantee. That's the only kind of climbing meant for me. Every summit that I reach becomes the base for the next climb that I'm willing to embrace. I've slid back down more times than I recall. Landed hard and questioned every call. But every time I stood back up and looked, I found another page I hadn't looked. The mountain's not your enemy or friend. It's just a space between the start and end. Fill that space with everything you got. Give the climb the everything you're not yet. But climbing toward the version who looks back down and says I always knew. The view is better higher than you've been. The climb is better harder than it seems. Don't stop climbing just because it hurts. The best part of the mountain is the work. This is the climb and I won't stop. This is the road that leads to the top. Every stone beneath my feet is mine. Every breath I take is by design. I was made for this ascent. Every moment, every day. This is the climb and I'm not done. This is the climb and not until I've won. Keep climbing, keep climbing. The summit is real. Keep climbing, keep climbing. You know how this feels. This is the climb and I won't stop. This is the road that leads to the top. Every stone beneath my feet is mine. Every breath I take is by design. I was made for this ascent. Every moment, every day. This is the climb and I'm not done. This is the climb until I've won. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter how much the body aches. What matters is you never stop the ascent. What matters is you gave it what you meant. The summit's waiting for the ones who went. The climb, always worth the time. The climb, this film is found. This is the climb and I won't stop. This is the road that leads to the top. Every stone beneath my feet is mine. Every breath I take is by design. I was made for this ascent. Every moment, every day. This is the climb and I'm not done. This is the climb until I've won. Pack your bag, believe the fear behind. There's a version of yourself you've yet to find. I've been walking roads that twist and disappear. Found myself 1,000 miles from here. 18 summers spent on someone else's floor. Always peeking through a half unlocked door. My dad said, son, this world will eat you all. I said, Dad, I got a fire in my soul. Every city lights up different when you're lost. I learned every dream comes with a cost. Strange, how loneliness can be a kind of guide. Strips away the things you hide behind. I talked to strangers on a midnight train. Shared our broken stories through the rain. Everyone was carrying a heavy load. Everyone was looking for the same road home. I stopped performing who they wanted me to be. Somewhere on that road I found the real me. The scars I wore like shame became my map. Every wrong turn led me right back. I've been lost before and I'll be lost again, but every time I find my way back home I win. This road is mine no matter where it bends. The long road home is where the story ends. On the long road home I found my name. Nothing here was ever quite the same. Every wrong turn taught me where to go. Every winter taught me how to grow. I've been far and I've been broken down, but I always find my way back to the ground. And even when the road gets hard and long, the long road home is where I found my song. On the long road home I found my name. Nothing here was ever quite the same. Every wrong turn taught me where to go. Every winter taught me how to grow. I've been far and I've been broken down, but I always find my way back to the ground. And even when the road gets hard and long, the long road home is where I found my song. Almost there, almost home. Never truly walking alone. Almost there, almost home. This road was always my own. On the long road home I found my name. Nothing here was ever quite the same. Every wrong turn taught me where to go. Every winter taught me how to grow. I've been far and I've been broken down, but I always find my way back to the ground. And even when the road gets hard and long, the long road home is where I found my song. Some roads lead you somewhere you don't plan. Some nights you gotta lose to understand. I've walked through dark and cold without a light, but every road eventually finds the night. And after night, there's always morning light. Long road, long road, I'm almost home. Road, never walk alone. Oh, eh. Lace up at midnight when the world is still. Every drop of sweat is paying down the bill. This is not a race against the ones beside me. It's a race against the version that deny me. I've been running since the first dream hit my chest. Running from the ordinary, running from the rest. Every mile I log is money in the bank. Every hill I climb is every name I thank. Through the night when no one's counting steps. Through the night when no one sees what's left. Yeah, the city lights are blurring at the speed. Everything I'm chasing is the thing I need. Not the trophy and not the crowd's approval. It's the daily act of steady step renewal. I see no ones who train on, no one watch. No ones who showed up every day and nash. Another rip, another draft, another mile. Another Brit laid down in the same old style. Resistance is quiet, but it pays in full. Through the night we run because the day was done. We don't run for glory or for anyone's eyes. We run because we promised ourselves to rise. Through every night, through every heavy mile. We run because we chose this all the while. Through the night we run and never stop. From the very bottom to the very top. Every mile is proof that we were here. Through the night we run without the fear. Nobody sees us in the dark of three. Nobody knows the price of being free. Through the night we run until the very bottom to the very top. Every mile is proof that we were here. Through the night we run without the fear. Nobody sees us in the dark. Up free, nobody knows the price of being free. Through the night we run until that dawn. Through the night we run. Every champion was once a kid who ran alone. Every stage was once a bedroom and a phone. Through the night they ran while everyone slept. Through the night they made the promises they kept. And morning came because they never stopped their step. Through the night we ran. Through the night we planned. Through the night to dawn. Through the night we're strong.
Woke up with nothing but a dream and a scar. Couldn't see the road, but I followed the stars. They said give it up before you even begin. I swallowed every doubt and I swallowed the wind. 17 with fire in an empty hand. Drew a map of futures no one else had planned. My mama's tears dried on the kitchen floor. I promised her I'd find a light behind the door. Every note became the fuel beneath my feet. I'm still standing tall on every broken street. 2 a.m. again, the city's fast asleep. I'm writing verses no one's asking me to keep. Chasing something nameless through the winter cold. A story in my chest is begging to be told. Notebooks filled with lines they'll never understand. But every word I write is carving who I am. I don't need applause to know my word tonight. Just the sky above reminding me to fight. Failures are just footnotes in the book I write. And every scar I carry proves I chose to fight.
I've been broken down to pieces on the ground. But even broken things can make the loudest sound. Watch me build myself from nothing, watch me rise. I was always meant to touch those open skies. This is my unwritten sky. No one else can tell me how to fly. Every scar becomes a start at night. Every dark becomes my guiding light. I was lost but now I see the way. Every night was leading to this day. I will write my name across the dawn. Even when they said that I was gone. This is my unwritten sky. This is my unwritten sky. No one else can tell me how to fly. Every scar becomes a start at night. Every dark becomes my guiding light. I was lost but now I see the way. Every night was leading to this day. I will write my name across the dawn. Even when they said that I was gone. This is my unwritten sky. Unwritten, unbroken. Every word I've spoken, unfinished, but I'm open. This sky is mine. This sky is mine. This is my unwritten sky. No one else can tell me how to fly. Every scar becomes a start at night. Every dark becomes my guiding light. I was lost but now I see the way. Every night was leading to this day. I will write my name across the dawn. Even when they said that I was gone. This is my unwritten sky. They counted me out before the race began. But I crossed the finish line without a plan. And if I fall again, I fall with open hands. I'll catch the light and finally understand that I was always more than where I stand. Unwritten sky, unwritten sky, unwritten sky, unwritten sky, unwritten sky, one real sky. Watch me fly, watch me fly. This was always mine.
I am electric, I'm alive, I'm charged. Everything inside me feels enlarged. Since I stopped shrinking for a smaller room. Since I let myself take up the space and bloom. Voltage in my veins at every show. Voltage in the seeds I plant and grow. Can't contain a current built this strong. Can't contain a feeling this lifelong. I've been grounded for too many years. Now I'm the lightning and I have no fears. Amp it up, the dial goes to 10. Everything I lost, I'm finding again. Current running through this microphone. Current running through every place I've known. I'm not the quiet kid in row 16. I'm every dream I ever chased unseen. I'm every song I wrote at 4 a.m. I'm every time I started up again. The voltage in me has no off switch now. I am every why and every high. Feel the voltage, feel it in your chest. Everything you've been through made you best. Voltage doesn't break you, makes you bright. You are electricity and you are light. Voltage running through my blood tonight. Voltage turning every dark to light. I was a flicker, now I'm a flame. Voltage turning everything the same. Nothing about me will be dim again. Voltage flowing through my every vein. I am the current and I'm running free. Voltage is the truth of what is me. Voltage, voltage, live wire. Voltage, voltage, burning higher. Voltage, voltage, can't put out. Voltage, voltage, that's what I'm about. Voltage running through my blood tonight. Voltage turning every dark to light. I was a flicker, now I'm a flame. Voltage turning everything the same. Nothing about me will be dim again. Voltage flowing through my every vein. I am the current and I'm running free. Voltage, voltage, the truth of what is me. Voltage, voltage, live wire. Voltage, voltage, burning higher. Voltage, voltage, can't put out. Voltage, voltage, that's what I'm about. Voltage, voltage, live. Voltage running through my blood tonight. Voltage turning every dark to light. I was a flicker, now I'm a flame. Voltage turning everything the same. Nothing about me will be dim again. Voltage flowing through my every vein. I am the current and I'm running free. Every time they try to cut the power off, every time they call my frequency too rough, I found another source and ran it higher. I am made of unextinguishable fire. Voltage is my birthright and my choir. Voltage, I'm alive. Voltage, I will thrive. Voltage, watch me rise. Voltage, touch the sky. They wanted us quiet, they wanted us still. They handed us ceilings instead of a hill, yeah. But silence was never the language we spoke. We carried our thunder wherever we woke. Born in the static between yes and no. Too loud for their always, too bright for their show. We wrote our rules in the margins of class. We knew this was never meant to last. Every generation makes its mark in time, and this generation's mine. We've seen enough winners to know what they mean. We know what it costs to stay hungry and lean. We've watched our parents give everything away. We promised ourselves we'd earn a different day. United by the hunger and the midnight grind. Left the hesitation and the doubt behind. We don't need permission to begin to build. We are exactly what the world has willed. Not despite the fire, but because of it. We are every flame that never quit. You can feel us coming from a mile away. Every voice together making history today. We're not the echo, we're the sound. We're not the fallen, we're the crown. We are the storm, we are the rain. We are the sun that follows every pain. We are the voice that won't be still. We are the fire on the highest hill. They try to stop us, but we only grew. Every wall they built became our view. We are the storm and we are strong. We've always known that we belong. We've always
storm, we are the rain. We are the sun that follows every pain. We are the voice that won't be still. We are the fire on the highest hill.
They try to stop us, but we only grew. Every wall they built became our view. We are the storm and we are strong. We've always known that we belong. The storm is here, the storm is now. We always found the way somehow. The storm is here, the storm is loud. We are the storm and we are proud. We are the storm, we are the rain. We are the sun that follows every pain. We are the voice that won't be still. We are the fire on the highest hill. They try to stop us, but we only grew. Every wall they built became our view. We are the storm and we are strong. We've always known that we belong. One voice alone may bend but never break. 1,000 voices make the whole world shake. We are the ones they never thought would rise. We are the storm behind each other's eyes. Together we're the thunder in the skies.